won't keep you long, but I thought it is only but proper to invite the first 19 recipients of your personal national decree to come and witness the signing of same. Thank you very much in acknowledgement of our department's heads that are here this morning. Thank you very much for the unions and representatives that are here this morning. Thank you very much for the team that has put this entire room together and this opportunity together. Thank you for those of you who are going to receive your national decrees, for seeing it important to be here. And I know some persons are off island, and so department heads would do that for them. Thank you. Even section heads, I believe, are here this morning. Thank you very much. And of course to DCOM for supporting us here. So without further ado, I am going to call the name of the person who is receiving their LB this morning. And you sit here with me and sign. And for those who are not present, the department heads are welcome, or the section head. Yeah? I was looking through my phone this morning, and when I saw the first person's name on the list, I was astonished. I was astonished because on February 26th, she actually sent me a message and said to me that she was pretty happy about the fact that this was coming to fruition, and she would hope, considering that government is changing, that I would be able to sign her national decree. And believe it or not, she is actually the first name on the list. That you are receiving this just a few short days after. First 19 recipients of the sign LBAs. The governor currently has the second batch of 25. I'm advised that the third batch is going over to finance between today and Wednesday. But I think that we have a rhythm that's going now. I'm really happy about that. Congratulations to everybody. And maybe I get to sign everybody, but if not, I just pray that whomever is going to be the leadership coming in, they will continue to recognize the importance and won't stop this stream. Congratulations.
Are you SXM insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXM is cardless. Request your My SXM account today and enter the virtual office of SXM. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
SXM, yeah. Your social and health insurances.
But Madam Chair, I am not convinced. And here's my reasons why. As much as other members of parliament can talk about pulling the wool over people's, I don't even know what that means. It just doesn't make much sense, really. But Madam Chair Lady, let me pull up the information. In 2023, and I heard Mr. Gonzalez made mention of it through you, Madam Chair, of the mitigating factors and the 10 points that they have taken to curb the corruption from with UNOPS. But Madam Chair Lady, that's why I said I have a report. In 2023, the 17th of February, the chairman of the House Foreign Affairs, Michael McCall from the United States, the chairman sent a letter to the Secretary General of the United Nations, Mr. Guterres, expressing strong concerns over the United Nations response to gross financial mismanagement at the United Nations Office for Project Services, UNOPS. Despite repeated requests by the United States to review the UN's internal investigation report, the United Nations Office of Internal Oversight Services has denied such access, which raises significant doubt about the UN's commitment to transparency and accountability, while also inhibiting U.S. efforts to ensure sufficient reforms are implemented. Madam Chair, it goes on to say, the results of the independent reviews that Mr. Gonzalez is talking about of UNOPS, internal controls and governance conducted by KPMG made clear that the agency requires extensive reforms at all levels. It is to continue operating at all, wrote the chairman. The reviews reveal systemic dysfunction at UNOPS, including abuse of power by management, failure to adhere to whistleblowers' procedures, risky investment practices, brazen deviation from the agency's mandate, and weak audit and ethics foundation. All these failures contributed to a culture of fear and impunity at UNOPS. KPMG's report states that, considering the sufficient organizational turmoil resulting from actions taken under S31, there is need for a board review of management priorities as well as overall strategic direction and mandate of UNOPS. Given these troubling findings, it is critical that the UN provide full transparency regarding the result of its own internal investigation of UNOPS to ensure that underlying causes such as failures are fully understood and addressed. These are not my words, Madam Chair Lady. This is the Foreign Affairs Director Chairman of the House of the United States is asking these questions concerning what is going on with UNOPS. Here in St. Martin, lock, stock, and barrel, we accepting it and swallowing it because he comes and he say a 10-point plan has been taking place, and all of a sudden now they are good, their pleats is white as snow, and they are good. And they're pulling wool overhead or whatever nonsense that was supposed to be. They are saying there are still issues there. This is a report from 2023, last year, Madam Chair Lady. So I'm asking through you to the Honorable Minister, are you aware of this report? Can the good gentleman, Mr. Gonzalez, give us any answers? Did the Americans receive answers from the United Nations or from UNOPS concerning this report, Madam Chair Lady? It's over $60 million that they have given out to questionable businesses. Madam Chair, I can go on and on and on, but the information is there. You can Google it, you can bring it up. The information is there, Madam Chair. And then the question is, not to put on a halt, because what can happen to those who are there, but what are they doing right now? The prison ain't built. It's still in the same way. Where are they going right now? Where are they working right now? What is happening to them right now? They're still there in the same thing. So it's not going to be done now anyway. What we are saying is the incoming minister and the incoming government should have a look at what all is being done first. That's what we are saying. So now we're saying, we're not saying put a hold on it forever. That's not what we're saying. That's not what we're saying. Of course, we understand government is continuity. We understand that. But what if there's something better? What I'm saying, Madam Chair Lady, is, again, I would like to know if the Honorable Minister or everyone who is sitting there, if they are aware of this, or if they're aware of this report. I would also like to know from the good gentleman, did Mr. McCall receive the answers concerning his serious concerns when it comes to transparency and everything else regarding and dealing with UNOPS? I thank you very much.
With regards to the preoccupations of MP Christophe Emmanuel, well, first of all, I'd like to thank you for your question. We appreciate your concerns and your diligence in ensuring that public funds are secured, transparently and efficiently managed. As I indicated, the organization is going through an important reform subsequent to the STI, and I can assure you that all mechanisms have been implemented to ensure that St. Martin is not affected by the failures that the organization may have known in the past. I would also like to take this opportunity to remind us that this agreement, not only was it signed after the STI, and thus learning from the mistakes of the past, but that in 2022, as part of the initial discussions with St. Martin and BZK, due diligence was performed by the government of St. Martin and the government of the Netherlands prior to any signing of this agreement, and specific transparency measures were designed, among which, for example, the establishment of a robust governance structure that, to this day, has proven efficient. I will also take this opportunity to remind that the course of action of UNOPS with regards to addressing the STI, as you rightfully mentioned, UNOPS presents its action points and its response plans to its executive board. The first session was held in November 2022. As you rightfully mentioned, the second session was effectively conducted in February 2023. And then subsequent sessions were held in June 2023. And the last one was held in January 29th, 2024. I am pleased to share with you that based on the 49 KPMG recommendations and the identified 82 UNOPS actions, at this stage, we have completed 90% of them, and the remaining 10% are in progress and will be completed during 2024 to ensure that UNOPS is better equipped to support its partners and the needs of the government. I just want to highlight that trust from the government of the United States is not my place to comment, and therefore I will not delve into details. With regards to the preoccupations of MP Heiliger Martin, with respect to pretrial and convicted female inmates will share a ward with a capacity for approximately 12 inmates. As per international standards, no inmates should be isolated during long periods of time. We ensure compliance with the standards by not separating the pretrial female inmates from convicted female inmates. If we were to separate the pretrial and the convicted, we would be performing isolation of these two groups in breach of international standards. With regards to the application of the standards Nelson Mandela rules and CPT and the application of European standards, let me clarify that the CPT standards are actually European standards, so by design we are in line with European standards, but furthermore you will know, may be pleased to know that the design in terms of structural terms and infrastructure are actually compliant with the St. Martin Building Code, which is itself designed based on the Euro codes, which are European standards. With regards to the preoccupations of MP Roseberg, and the transitional facility. So there was a preoccupation with regards to what is the nature of the transitional stage, let's put it that way. The inmates will not leave to any other off-site facility, so they will remain in their current facility until capacity is established to accommodate them in the new facility. The transitional facilities approach has been descoped, and the staged construction of the long-term facilities allows us to eliminate any need for any investment in transitional facility or any movement associated with moving people around any potential detention alternate solutions. With regard to psychological and psychiatric care, yes, a basic forensic care unit is included in the design, so there will be capacity to attend this matter at a basic level. Health facilities. They will include a waiting room, a consultation room, an inpatient room, a nurse room, storage for all sorts of medical inputs, social workers' office, interview and examination rooms, dentist consultation, interview and examination rooms for mental health care, as well as an observation cell and a medical treatment rooms. All of these requirements are based off the standards that we will apply and are designed to meet the capacity that we foresee for this infrastructure. Will there be a gym facility? Well-being of the inmates is, of course, at the heart of our concern, and gym facilities are included in infrastructure design, as well as an outdoor sports court. So these needs should be met considering the future design. Addressing the concerns of MP La Cruz. First of all, thank you very much for specifying your concerns in very specific points that I will now try to address, and of course this will be completed by all the information that we will provide in subsequent stages. With regards to the very direct question of what does it cost for a country to have UNOPS on board? To respond very directly to your question, at the present moment, it doesn't cost anything to St. Martin for having UNOPS on board. The first phase of the project is financed through cooperation by BZK and through the Netherlands. So at this stage, it doesn't cost zero to St. Martin. I would like to take this opportunity to highlight and clarify that UNOPS is a non-for-profit organization. It does not generate revenue, and it operates solely on a cost recovery model. So the cost of UNOPS implementation support is dictated only by the complexity of the project and the teams that we mobilize for the project management, only. So basically, if there is a complex project, we mobilize personnel and we just pay for this personnel that you need to implement this project, and we pull them out once they're not needed. So it's solely cost recovery. With regards to the procurement activities during Q2, all the procurement processes, and especially the big ones, will be open to both local and international suppliers for the sake of achieving a proper market size. Nevertheless, specific clauses will be built in the contract modality to promote the involvement and development of local businesses. With regards to maybe evidentiating or detailing what entailed the saving of 32%. Phase 1, and this I can disclose, Phase 1 had a specific budget for a series of activities that included design and procurement of the construction. It was approximately $4 million for the first phase. For this first phase, we have accomplished approximately 32% saving, which is an equivalent of $1.3 million in activities. These savings came mostly from our optimization of the design and the implementation approach, which allowed us to confirm that it was feasible to continue operations in the current facilities while the new facility is being built. We are also working actively into an optimization of the design structure without never compromising quality and effective procurement to make sure that we're actually achieving more savings. All of these savings will be re-injected to finance the second phase, and thus diminishing the contribution that St. Martin will have to make through its own budget for financing these activities.
SXM, your social and health insurance is SXM, your social and health insurance is.
Are you SXV insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXV is cardless. Request your My SXV account today and enter the virtual office of SXV. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
SXM, yeah, your social and health insurance is.
have some serious fun. Sailing in the Caribbean is always exciting. Having a great time with a bunch of friends. We're lucky to be out here with a group of mates.
Hard day, for sure, but we have to manage to deal with it, and at the end we can say it's a good day for us.
I don't know what the hard numbers are, but I'm guessing there's 15 to 20 countries represented by the sailing staff.
I'm in charge of the overall racing for the event and setting the courses, deciding how many races everybody gets each day, where they go, and generally trying to make sure we get the right races for the right group of boats.
I do see a lot more females sailing and also a lot more younger people sailing from all over the world. In our team, I'm the only female, and I'm actually the daughter of the skipper on the team, so I learned to sail from my father.
Good picture for the money shot.
I know if I asked my dad to go sail anywhere in the world with me, he wouldn't hesitate to say yes and do it with me. So it's in my blood to sail with my family.
She's grown into being a sailor. She does her job on the boat, I do my job on the boat, and yeah, she's my daughter when she's on board, but she's somebody else in the crew that we all count on, and she's great.
This is great. So has to work, but this is great.
Satisfaction! Woo, yeah! Ready, there we go!
The Heineken Ladies Sailing Team is already competing for 27 years in the Heineken Regatta, and we all work at Heineken Company. The bridge bridge is, I think, one of the most special things that the Heineken Regatta has. It's such a good vibe. People are cheering. It gives you energy and you start to dance, and it's really, really nice to pass the bridge.